All right, I think we're running. Let me just check YouTube here, make sure we're running. And it says it's starting, so we're good. All right, welcome to Father-Son Flight Simulator. Today I'm in the Bonanza, and we are going to check out the newly purchased Reality Expansion Pack for this in VR to see how well it works in VR. I've never actually done the Reality Expansion Pack. I've read a little bit of the instructions, and you know, that's about it. I haven't really even gone into it yet. It says that in VR you have to do a special toggle setup, so like you have to set up a hotkey so that you can actually see the menus that you would normally see in real life. So there's the key. If I press the button that I've bound it to, you'll see all the same elements that are on the side screen for the Reality Expansion Pack. So I'm going to try with the pre-flight walk around. Let's see if that works. Whoa. Okay, that doesn't seem to work. Okay, it looks like I'm static. I'm supposed to check the pitot tube here, I'm sure, and I think that's on the wrong place here. So let me see if I can undo that. Huh. I'm stuck. I have to toggle that mode on the screen. Okay, there we go. Alright, so walk around mode unfortunately doesn't appear to work in VR, which is really disappointing. I was hoping that that it would, but it looks like what it does is it puts you on a static view, and maybe I'll check out some of the instructions again, but it puts you on a static view so that you cannot actually do the pre-flight with your controller or whatever. That's really disappointing. But anyway, let's go through the checklist. So the checklist is right here. This works, at least, and I can go through that, and I can scroll through the pages. All right, before we start up, let's see if I can get the maintenance report. Let's see, that should be, there's a weight and balance, which I'll do. What is that? I don't know what that is. Let's bring up the maintenance report. Okay, so we have a knee board with our maintenance report. It starts off with about, I don't know, 40 minutes or 50, I don't know, 5 minutes, 4 minutes on the time. I don't know. What is that, 50 minutes, I guess? Not really sure. But I haven't flown anything with this since I haven't even turned it on yet. So I'm just looking to see what it shows me here. So you want to look for OKs. It lets you choose the oil types. The oil filter is clean. Oil pump is clean. Fuel filter is clean. The spark plugs show a little bit of carbon deposits on it. Let's clean those. Okay. Spark plug types, default, which that's fine. I'm going to leave it default. The fan status stopped. Fast preheat. Start preheater first. Okay. Okay, so we're good to go. Cowl fairings are not mounted. Okay. Electrical system, the poles are connected. GPS okay, these are all the avionics GPS, so all the comms are okay, everything's okay there. The indicators, these are the gauges, the indicators are good. The struts are good, the tires are good, and the the braking actuators and discs are good. Okay, so according to maintenance, we're good to go. Now, as I fly, use this plane actually, these are going to start, you know, showing wear and tear, and it's going to react to how well I fly the plane and how well I take care of it. So you know, if I fly it really hard, it's going to show something, and it may even give me a warning switch if I'm doing something wrong, which is kind of why I got this. You know, I never flew a Bonanza in real life, And you know, I thought I was doing things right, but we'll see how well it grades me on all this. But now we can go to the checklist. Actually, let's do weight and balance first. Okay, so we have a weight and balance envelope here. This is the kind of envelope you would see in the operating handbook. I've got, let's put 200 pounds in the front seat. And I don't have a passenger today. So let's put 0. Have no baggage, no rear seats. We're just going on a quick ride. Looks like we have some clouds on. I'm just going to do a quick flight. I think we might do San Diego today. I don't know. Maybe I'll go someplace else. Santa Barbara maybe. I don't know. Baggage. Let's see. Fuel tanks are half filled. That should be good. So let's apply. So the takeoff weight is going to be here. And after I burn off the fuel, it's going to be here after about an hour. So I'm in the envelope to where I'm good to fly. If I'm outside the envelope, then I need to fix something. It means I'm out of weight and balance. The plane's not going to react well. Your center of gravity is too far off. But if I'm in the envelope, I'm good to go. Okay, so let's apply that. And let's X that out. And then we'll start with the checklist. And if you're joining me, please make sure you let me know how the sound's coming through. It looks to me like things are reading the way they're supposed to, so I hope that continues. Actually, I'm going to make a quick fix here on my OBS so I can see that the sound is actually coming through. Okay. I had a couple of audio problems on my last couple streams, so I want to make sure that I do that well. Okay, so now, let's see, we did the maintenance. We couldn't do the walk around, but I did remove the static elements because there's a toggle for that. So the chocks are gone, the pitot covers are gone, and then let's see, let's go with the checklist. Okay, the seats are positioned all right. The seat belts or seat backs are upright. Parking brake is set. Let's make sure that's set. Yep, set. Okay. All avionics are off. Good. Circuit breakers are in, and the circuit breakers are all right here. As far as I can tell, these are not really models, so they should all be in. Landing gear handle is down, which it is. Okay. Okay, it's down. If you have the power on, you do that. That's not good. Let's see. Cowl flaps are open, which they are. Let's see. Light switches are off, which they are. Electrical elevator trim. Let's see. I think it's off. Okay. Fuel tank selector to the fullest tank, which should be here. They're both at the same right now. The battery switch is on. Oh, new sounds. Has new sounds. Okay. Fuel quantities. Looks like we got half tanks. Half tanks. Good. That's where we should be. And beacon light is on. I believe that is right here. Oh, I'm having trouble seeing that. So that's the strobe. There's the beacon. Okay, that's the pitot heat. Okay, next page. Mixture is full rich. Propeller at full high, which it is. Throttle is full open. The engine is hot and the ambient temperature is 90 degrees or above. Place the mixture control into idle cutoff. Okay, it's not. Switch aux fuel tank pump to on for 30 seconds. Return mixture control. Okay, so that's good. I think we're good there. Okay, fuel pumps on until peak, and then is that not modeled anymore? Oh, here it is. Okay, peak and then off. Alright. Open the throttle to 1/4 inch. Magneto switch to start. That's good. Throttle back down to 1,000. Let's check the oil pressure. Okay, we're good. External power disconnected. We're not using external. Alternator switch on. Let's see if it's charging. It's charging. Good. Indicators. See, there's a test, I think, for that. Let's see. Isn't there a test for the enunciator panels? I thought there was. That sounds a little loud today. Let me see if I can turn that down. That might help a little bit. Alright, the starter light is off. Okay. If the starter energized light is on, the ammeter indicator should be less than 25%. A full charge, 1,000 to 1,200 within the 2 minutes. I think we're good. Okay. Avionics is on. Flaps are full up, which they are. And they are out there too. Brakes. Brakes are good. Okay, parking brake back on. And then lights, we're gonna go, let's see. Strobe, nav. We don't need taxi or landing. Okay. Seatbelts check, parking brake set, radios check. Okay, so this is before takeoff. We gotta go to the run-up area. Okay. Going to tower run-up. Yes, I'm not using ATC, I know. But I'll set for VFR. Okay. Okay, seatbelts, shoulder harness is on, good. Parking brake set. Radios are checked. Okay, let's dial in ATIS.
Orange County, John Wayne, Skyline, Information Victor. 1800 Zulu weather. Wind calm, visibility more than 10. Sky conditions 2300 broken, temperature 18, 2.13. Altimeter 2996. Arriving runways 02 left, 02 right.
Oh, we're on the other one.
Runways 02 left, 02 right. Advise on initial contact, you have Victor.
Okay, so we got to go to 2 left, which is the other way. All right. Let's see. Engine radios are check. Actually, I'm just going to dial in 1157 on nav 1, but I'm probably going to use, I'll probably put in a flight plan for San Diego. For now, we'll just dial off Seal Beach. Alright, let's see, throttle is up to 1700. Okay. Excise the prop. Okay, that's good. Well, that works better. Huh. Magnetos. Okay. Throttle back down to, oh, the mixture. Alright, that's working. And then throttle back down. Alright, set trim for takeoff. Doesn't really have a mark there. I'm just gonna sort of be slightly above center. Ailerons are neutral, which if you have that, that's right here. That's neutral. Okay. Flaps are all the way up. Doors and windows are secure. Flight controls are checked. That goes up, that goes down. And I wish I had a rear, but I have frame correct on the rudders. Mixture full rich. Brakes released. Instruments check. Okay, let's see. Okay. Okay, so there's a checklist for takeoff, which I'm not ready yet. Let's go ahead and put it in our flight plan. Okay, so I've got Avy tab down here. So we're gonna go basically I don't know, maybe we'll go out to passive and then to MZB. Mission Bay. Right? And then from there to San Diego. So let's go. And then K SAN. Okay. Okay, we might actually get into IFR conditions, and I don't really care about that. So we're just gonna fly it like normal, and you know, I'm not really concerned right now. I'm not on ATC or anything. I'm just checking out this. So well, okay. Let's put it on altimeter. Okay. All right. And I think we're pretty much ready to go. Okay, let's go down to runway 02. Oh, I think I'm supposed to be on that line there. Okay. So wow, that engine is really, really loud for me. When I get to the runway, I'm going to turn it down. So I've got noticing some strut noise. So I'm wondering if I'm damaging the struts by taxing. Been passed a note here. All right. Okay. Good. Something has arrived, which I was expecting. Let's go ahead and turn down the sound settings. Oh yeah, have them all the way up. Turn this down too. Is that better? I think that's a little better. Let me turn it down on the stream too. Okay. That's a little better, I hope. I hope that's better for you. Anyway, if you're in the stream, let me know and let me know how that's working for you. All right, for takeoff, we set takeoff power, brakes, release, then accelerate to recommended speed. Then we tracked landing gear and established climb. Maximum continuous power, full throttle at 2,700 RPMs. Cruise climb, 25 inches of mercury at 25. So that will be here at 25, and then the the manifold pressure should be 25 right here. No, is it 25? Yeah, 25 and 25 looks like. Okay, let's take off. Whoa, a little more gear up. Okay, throttle back to 25. And then pressure back up to 25. Whoops. All right. Okay. There's a little bit different feel to it than with the Reality Expansion Pack. I'm gonna climb. I'm gonna get into the clouds here in a minute, so I'm just gonna climb, and I'm gonna use the should be going to passive. I'm gonna climb to 55. Let's see. We should be heading 154. Oh, we're in the clouds. Okay, so I'm at 175. I'm gonna start turning to intercept the radial. Or intercept the magenta line, I should say. Okay. Thank you. Okay, we're almost there. At altitude. Okay, in cruise, we're going to close the cowl flaps. Setting the power. And then we'll do a mixture. Well, this thing just wants to climb. Okay. Make sure we're set. Whoa, I'm climbing big time. This thing just wants to climb. So really feel a performance difference here. So they said that with the REP that you get a slightly different, or you get a different model, or a flight model, and I'm certainly noticing it. It's much more touchy, probably much more like real world. I went way too far with the mixture, more than what I usually do. Or actually, with the original, I'm usually running, I'm way off. I'm usually running right around here. I can't do that here with this one. That's interesting. Wants to climb again. And that's why I got this plane, because I'm trying to be a little more realistic with it. And once I get pilot edge, I want to go do a point-to-point up the entire West Coast. From San Diego all the way to maybe even Juneau, Alaska with it. Man, this thing just wants to climb. Love it. Got to remember to keep my eyes outside of the plane, huh? 1348. I feel like I'm all over the place right now. I don't want to use autopilot for this first run, even though I probably could. So I got about a minute to passive. Whoa. I am all over the place. It's pretty funny. But yeah, I mean, this thing is much more touchy than I remember it from the default. Harder, much harder to fly. But that's a good thing. That's kind of what I wanted, right? All right, now we're on our way to Mission Bay. So yeah, much more challenging to fly with the Reality Expansion Pack. Okay, it's been about 20 minutes. I'm going to switch tanks. The sounds are way better. I know what I'm not doing. I'm supposed to be 127. No wonder why I'm never catching up to it. I'm so used to it now, just automatically changing with the other planes I've been flying. That's what I'm doing wrong. So when I drop, I'm going to drop to about 1,500 feet. That's 3,000. So I need to start descending at about 6 minutes out. That's at 500 feet per minute. It's a nice, comfortable descent rate. There we go. Now it's coming in. Look at that. I hope I can land this thing without crashing. Jeez. Well, that's why we're in a simulator. It's to practice. Alright, now that I'm on the line finally, I'm going to see if I can tune into ATIS. Should be 134.8, I think. I should be able to tune that. It's 1348. There we go. Okay. 27. Okay, so 27. It's over here. Which means I'm going to be doing a 45 for Mission Bay. For Mission Bay, I'm going to be coming in right about 45 and then do right traffic. All right. Cowl flaps closed. Avoid prolonged idle and low cylinder head temperatures. Okay. Let's get on the airway again. So let's power back to about 1500. I want 500 feet per minute or thereabouts. And I want to get back on that airway. You can see I'm kind of in the clouds now, so. Put the mixture in more. All right, in full IMC now. Okay, blasting out. We're probably going to be going in and out. Yep, there we go. Another one. Coming up on Mission Bay pretty soon here. Getting some lag. Some jitters. So I'm definitely going to have to fine tune for frames when using RAP because it looks like I do get a hit on frames, especially when I fly over land. Mixture full in. Yeah, I'm definitely starting to get a little bit of jutteriness, low frames or whatever. Okay, I'm going to start putting the prop in. I'm going to go ahead and go down to 1500. There's the airport right there, I think. All right, down to 1,000. And I definitely need to slow down here. And that's it. All right. Gear down. First notch of flaps. Come on. All right, gear is down. We're good with the cowl flaps. I'm going to leave them closed. Okay, full flaps. Little fast. Oh man, I'm floating big time. Come on. All right. I hope that did okay. So I'd like to get off on the right here, but I don't know if there's a way off. Well, I guess we'll have to cut off to the left here. Interesting, interesting. Okay, let's clean up the plane. So we're going to see how that this mixture slightly lean for taxi. Let's open the cowl flaps. I gotta say, that was really different. Different than I'm used to with this Bonanza. I mean, it really behaved very differently than I'm used to. So it must have done something to the flight model. Must have. Okay, I'm gonna cross here. The sounds all sound different. It was very interesting. And I hear like lots of sounds that I didn't used to hear while taxiing, like the struts or whatever that are bouncing around from the pavement. The gauges are behave a little bit differently. Well, this is just really strange. But I bet you, I bet you it is more realistic. I mean, that's what it's for, right? Reality expansion. All right, let's slow down here. All right, where can I park over here? Gonna sneak through these King Airs. And I'll park over by the Cirrus. Whoops. Don't want to hit the Cirrus. Whoa. Alright, let's park over here. Alright. I really can't wait till 11.3 to come out. I hear there's going to be such a performance improvement, particularly for VR users. Alright, let's see if there's a checklist for shutting down. See, trim tab set to 0. It doesn't really say. There it is, 0 degrees, okay. Then cowl flaps are open, which I already did. Flaps are up, which I already did. Let's see, brakes are set. Electrical radio equipment off. Throttle is closed. Mixture idle cutoff. Okay. Magneto switches are off. Lights are all off. Battery alternator off. What does that say? Wheel chocks are installed if required. Now there I have to do it by the menu. Let's see, it's toggle the static elements. It should all be on now. We'll go out and check. And then that should do it. Alright, let's get rid of that. Let's go take a look. So we got the static elements on. We are tied down, which is kind of a nice nice thing. We got the cowl things on. So that's kind of cool, but you know, I kind of really wish that during pre-flight, I mean, I could do that. It looks like I can't do the pre-flight in VR, which is really a bummer. It really is a bummer that I can't do that in VR. But overall, I'm pretty impressed in that it just changes the way the whole flight model works in VR, and it just I don't know. It's more like I would imagine it to really be. It was a much harder plane to stay straight and level. I had a little bit tougher time hand flying it than I would without the reality expansion pack. So performance-wise, it does really good. Now let's see if what happens here. I'm going to go back into the cockpit. I'm going to check out what I did mechanically to this thing while I was flying. See if I can. There we go. Grab it. Okay, so it still says everything's pretty good. Spark plugs are good. I should have had a little bit of. Okay, I didn't need the preheater today. At least I didn't use it. So I should have. I'm still okay on everything. So I must have done a pretty good job. Now, one thing that it does is it keeps the state of the aircraft after you close down X-plane. So if I were to leave like an electrical thing on, it's going to drain the battery, and then when I try to go back to this thing later, it's going to, you know, at least that's what it says. It's going to be harder to start, or you know, I might have to, you know, fix it before I can start. So that's kind of interesting. Let's see what else it does here. Okay, I don't know what that is. So, oh, that's the toe. So how am I supposed to do that? supposed to somehow push it in. Well, I've got the chocks on, so I can't do that. But that's if I want to push it into the tie down. That's really interesting. We'll have to experiment with that. Okay, let's see. And again, once again, I'm at a static. No matter where I look, I'm static looking forward. So it doesn't seem to want to do it, which means I have to go out of VR and take it out, toggle that mode, so I can get back into normal viewing. That's really, I mean, gosh, they got to fix that for VR. That's just not right. You know, for it to be advertised as it works in VR, which is one of the reasons why I bought it. And yeah, the checklists work in VR, but you can't do any of the other stuff. You can't do the pre-flight. You can't do the towing in VR without it freezing up your view, and that should not be acceptable. They really need to fix that. But anyways, I guess it'll do for now. Anyway, the performance of the plane and the maintenance of the plane, that's kind of cool. So I could be that I do the pre-flight when I'm not in VR, and then when I'm ready to fly, I switch to VR, and then when I get to where I want to push it into the tie down, I get out of VR again. It's kind of a bummer, but oh well. That would kind of detract from what I'm trying to do in VR here. But I think I'm good. I think the state's saved. I think we're going to be good. So that will do it for this edition of Father-Son Flight Simulator. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you next time. You have a great holiday weekend, or the rest of your holiday weekend, and we'll see you next time on Father-Son Flight Sim. Have a great day.